Okay guys, I'm gonna have to do part 2 of this video tomorrow. This is part 1 of the greens, so part 2 is coming tomorrow, so stay tuned. But this video right here just shows you in detail of how I pick the greens out, how I clean them, and how I prepare them. But part 2 of this video will be tomorrow. Talk to you guys in the next vlog. What's good, YouTube? This your boy Damian Cryer, and as I said, today I was going to come to Kroger's and find some greens because one of my subscribers in the comment section asked me to show her how to cook greens. So I'm here and I brought the camera with me, just like I promised I was going to bring you guys along with me. So how I normally pick my greens out, I just come into the section at Kroger's or wherever store that you go to find the greens you want. You can get the bags of Gloria greens. Now, the last 2 vlogs I made when I was in Houston 2 weeks ago, I made collard greens for Damien and Bianca. And when I came back home, I ended up making collard greens for myself. So this time, I am going to get, I think, 2 bags of mustard greens, or 1 bag of mustard greens, or 1 bag of turnip greens. And then I'm going to go home, I'm going to rinse them babies off, and I'm going to put them on fleek, as you youngsters would say, fleek. So today, we're going to be doing mustard and turnip greens. So I'm going to pick those out, and then we're gonna get this video popping. So what I do right here is first I look for the price of the greens. These are $2.69. So I'm not gonna cook a lot today. I'm just gonna do enough just to show you guys how I do mine. So I'm gonna get 1 bag of mixed, whoa, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be looking for mustard. Mustard greens. You guys see them? Okay, here we go right here, guys. Here's the 1 bag of mustard greens. I don't feel a whole rack now. Okay, so we got 1 bag of mustard. Then we're gonna get 1 bag of turnip greens. Okay, now so I got 2 bags of greens, 1 mustard, 1 turnip, $2.69 a bag. Now we're gonna go find some type of fat meat to put in the greens, some type of salt pork, smoked ham hocks, smoked neck bones, or something like that. So I will see you guys in a minute. Guys, I am in the meat section trying to find me some fat meat. You guys gotta kind of excuse my hypeness. When I get to the store and I try to get, I kind of get a little bit hyped up when I'm shopping for the stuff I want to shop for. And plus, it makes me happy and exciting to be able to do vlogs for my subscribers, especially when they ask me to do certain vlogs for them. So I'm always privileged to try to do that for them. So anyway, I got the greens and I'm going to try to find the meat. These people are looking at me like, what is this guy doing? So here we go. We are searching for the meat for the greens. Searching for the meat for the greens, and I don't really see what I'm looking for yet. Hopefully I'll run into it in a second here. Some type of fat meat, some type of... I'm getting close. Here we go, guys, right here. Hey, Deb. How are you, Deb? No, I'm making a video, cooking video from my YouTube channel. So guys, right here, sorry about the noise in the background, guys. So right here, guys, they have the smoked pork necks. So we're gonna go with these right here, guys. Something real small, nothing expensive. So you can get these at Kroger's. They're only, I get that the Focus, $3.22. So we got the smoked pork necks. They really call smoked neck bones. That's what we call them. And then I got 2 bags of greens. So the $2.69 for 2 bags of greens, that's roughly about $6. And then the meat, another $3. That's about $10 for this meal right here. So if I can flip this around. So as you see, buying the stuff for the greens is not very expensive. Said I got 2 bags of greens, 1 bag of mustard, 1 bag of turnip. A lot of people mix their greens. Mustard and turnip are the most common greens that's mixed. Collard greens, you don't want to mix collard greens. You want to just cook those by themselves. But when it comes to greens, how to pick the greens out, if you mix your greens, be sure that you mix in mustard and turnips. A lot of people like to put radish in their greens and stuff like that. Me, I won't do all that today because I want to make this a quick vlog, and these greens are going to take me a couple hours to cook. So I just want to hurry up and get these greens on and show you guys how I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the counter, pay for my items, because these people in the store is looking at me like, what is this guy doing? So I will see you guys when I get to the house. Peace. Woo. Okay guys, I'm home now guys. I finally got the greens cleaned off guys. I am extremely tired, as you can see. If most of you guys remember, I did a cooking vlog this morning at 3 something this morning on my way to work, and I also dropped another cooking vlog video that was made yesterday on Easter. So somebody in the comment section a couple days ago asked me would I do a cooking vlog on greens. Even though I had greens about 2 weeks ago, I decided to go ahead, get off work, go to the store and get 2 bags of greens and do this vlog for this individual to teach him how to cook greens. So again, when you pick your greens, some people like to mix mustard and turnip greens. So that's what I got. I got a bag of mustard greens and a bag of turnip greens. The collard greens, I don't normally mix them, and I had those last week or 2 weeks ago. So today I got mustard and turnips. I am so tired, but I'm a man of my word and I try to do what I say and say what I do. So I went and got 2 bags of mustard and turnip, a bag of mustard and a bag of turnip greens. And I went ahead and got them rinsed off. It's real basic. You just clean them off really good. I rinsed the greens off about 4 or 5 times. And I put the smoked neck bones in them. The things about bag of greens, the thing about bags of greens versus greens that's freshly picked is you don't have all that grit and dirt in them. So I like to get the bag of greens so you can get right to the point, rinse them off 4 or 5 times, put your little meat on top. The greens take a couple hours to cook, and then the meat I tenderize on top while it's cooking. Eventually they'll start breaking up into little pieces, the meat. So the greens, the meat will be tender along with the greens. So what I'll do is I'll turn the stove on extremely high and let it boil really fast for about the first hour, and then I'll turn it down to medium for like the last hour and a half. It's like just evening time now, so hopefully in a couple hours we have some greens. So I'm sorry, I'm so tired, I'm slurring over my words. I hope that this is able to help you with learning how to cook greens. Again, it's real basic. You just rinse them off, but you want to clean them really good. You don't want to just do a one-time rinse on them, because you guys know about greens, especially if you guys like greens the way I like greens, you want to make sure your greens are clean. Nobody wants to eat grit. That is disgusting. The plan was also to make pork chops with these greens tonight. You know, after I take a shower, it all depends on how I feel. I may still end up frying the pork chops. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 pork chops in this pack. And this pack I got from Save A Lot. You guys know they got the pick 5 for 20. So no shame in my game at all. But this will be a night that I will vlog this cooking video for you. But I don't think I'm going to be drinking any of my iced tea tonight because my body is tired. I literally got like 3 hours of sleep last night due to the fact that when you have a long holiday weekend off, you're out of your routine. You don't sleep like you normally do, so you're out of your routine. So that's why I'm tired today. So I'm gonna put this lid on this pot of greens, guys, and I'm gonna get these babies jumping. And it's just to show you how they look before they start cooking. See, they got that hard green leafy look to them. Now, in about an hour or so, once they come to a good boil, they'll take on this dark green color effect where they'll get dark green. That means that they're getting hot and they're starting to cook. So right now they just have that what I call leafy effect to them. So let's get the lid on these bad boys, and I will see you guys in about an hour. Okay guys, here's going to be part 2 of what I'm going to cook with the greens. Going against my better judgment, even though I'm extremely tired. I got the greens on now and they're starting to come to a boil. Remember what I said earlier about when you first put the greens in, they have like that real green leafy look to them, but after they boil for like at least 30 minutes to an hour, they get a real dark green look to them, which means that they're starting to cook now. They're in the early stages of starting to cook. Me personally, I don't like to season my greens too soon, but you want to put a little bit sugar in them, just a little bit, just a tad bit of oil to get that bitterness, wild taste out of them. So I'm going to show you that in here in just a second. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and do the pork chops. Since I'm really tired from being up so early and working a long day today, I decided to do the ribs, the meat in the oven. So my main course meat is going to be pork chops. But I'm going to bake them in the oven, and I've got the seasoning on them and onions on them. I'm gonna use a really cheap honey barbecue sauce when they come out. So hopefully I can synchronize both greens and the pork chops at the same time. So I'm gonna put the pork chops in the oven really low. I'm gonna keep them, try to get them both where they're done around the same time, guys. So that's the little bit that I'm gonna be doing right there. The onions, once they cook in the oven for like 45 minutes to an hour, the onions are brown and they'll look really good and delicious when they come out. Right now they don't look so yummy. Now you guys might hear that little noise in the background. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what that is. Don't want to get this too close. Make sure that when you take that lid off those greens that you don't just snatch it off there. Let that water drain off of that top really good. Now, when I was telling you guys about the film, remember they were really, really dark green leafy earlier when I first put them in. Now they're not as leafy as they were before. These are going to be really good. Again, I won't season them until they've been in the pot for the first hour. A lot of people do their greens differently, you know, especially around the holidays. They put radish, is it radish, or they put the red beets in them? It's either radish or beets, one or the other. I know that they give the greens a really, really nice twist as far as the taste is concerned. But, so, I just put a little bit of the meat in there, like down in the greens. And one thing that you would notice about greens is when you first put them in a pot, they real fluffy. Like, this is only 2 bags, but looking at the size of the pot, it looks like it's like 5 bags of greens in there. What happens is once they come to a boil, the greens will start cooking down, which is a good thing. So before it's all finished and done, these greens are going to cook down a whole lot more, which is good. That way, when I have extra left over, which I will, because it's just me, I'll be able to actually store those greens good and comfortably. May put them in a Ziploc bag and refreeze them and eat them at a later time. So that's that. So we're going to put the top back on them and let them bad boys finish doing their thing. Do it like that. I don't want to put the lid all the way on because I don't want the water to start pouring over. So see how I put the lid kind of cockeyed on there? If I put the lid all the way on, the boil's going to come up and water's going to start dripping over, and then you're going to hear ch-ch. So instead of doing that, I just put the lid kind of cockeyed it. That way the steam can breathe a little bit. So again, I'm going to turn the oven on and get these in the oven, and hopefully I can have them synchronized with the greens when they come out. So let's get this done. Okay guys, I'm going to have to do part 2 of this video tomorrow. This is part 1 of the greens. So part 2 is coming tomorrow. So stay tuned, but this video right here just shows you in detail of how I pick the greens out, how I clean them, and how I prepare them. But part 2 of this video will be tomorrow. Talk to you guys in the next vlog.